now.
Right.
Skip this tripe.
Yeah.
I believe it's your turn.
Okay, so my next one you're going to give me guff about.
I know what it is.
Fear the Walking Dead.
I knew you were going to pick it. I knew it. I should have said that.
Okay,
but that's all right. I'm going to equal out with my review after this one.
I don't know if I'm getting old. I don't know if I'm just tired of the zombie crap. I'm even kind of getting bored with the regular Walking Dead. But Fear the Walking Dead, I hate it. And you know what? I'm not the only one, because it did end up on some critics' lists.
It did.
And there's about 10 people I know who hated it as well.
Right.
And I watched the first, all the way up to the episode of the dog. And then I stopped. And I'm like, I'm done with this. And then one night they had it on as a marathon, and I caught the last episodes. I'm like, this ended really stupid. This is really stupid. There's no place it could really go because it's a prequel setting. And my biggest concern was I didn't give two craps about any of the characters. Whereas in the original series,
the characters are not that likable. I agree. They're not very likable, right?
Cardboard. And
you do know that the writers and the directors wanted this to move a little slower than Walking Dead, right?
I get that, and I understand that. But the thing is the original Walking Dead drew you right in. Any good show draws you right in. This one, it sucked.
I almost think I read one of the reviews. You're right. It did end up on a lot of worst TV shows of 2015, and that's kind of surprised me because I don't think it was all that bad. But one of the reviewers had said this, and that is the fact that they're trying the writers wanted to establish an origins of the Walking Dead disease.
Right.
And they were going to do it with Fear the Walking Dead, but ended up, instead of making it a show about characters, because they knew that was where the ratings were.
Right.
So what you have now is this meandering, slow plot with great character development, but there's very little new storyline, you know? How many episodes did it go? 12 or something like that?
Yeah, but even with all the great character development,
and they still haven't got up to the like massive zombie
right. But
yet.
even with the character development, I didn't give a crap if one of them lived or died. I didn't care. When one of them died, I just kind of went like, meh. You know,
there's a lot of unlikable characters in this, unlike, Walking Dead that has almost superhero-like. I mean, you can't compete, like Trixie said in Local, it's a hard act to follow.
It's been spoiled.
You can't compete with Rick and Daryl and Michonne, right? No one's going to be that cool. And now they're trying to make this family look like an everyday family. They're supposed to be like you and I.
It's just...
And so that you might find that boring. Now, personally, I still like it. It was picked up for another season, so I'm going to watch it. And who knows? It might burst out of. The only fear I have is they're going to take it out onto the ocean.
Do you know there's another series coming? They're doing a third series now.
Yes.
Let's
talk about it.
Well, no, that's all I know is it's in development. But it's crap.
Okay.
It's crap. Sorry. I'm done.
Okay, well, point taken, but I still like it, so you can go to hell. Actually, I'm going to counter your dislike of Fear the Walking Dead with one that I put on my top 3 worst TV shows that you actually liked, and that is Scream Queens. Hated it so many, many levels. Lionheart, are you still there?
I'm still here. I'm listening.
Okay, I thought you logged off.
No, I'll retort when you're done making an ass of yourself.
Hey, it takes one to know one, my friend. Takes one to know one. All right. So listen, Scream Queens. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes of, and man, did I find it boring. It just was a cliche. It's a horror cliche that they're making fun of. And from week after week after week, and I know you were legitimately watching it, and I asked you purposely the last, near the end of whatever season they're in, or end of the mid-season or whatever it is, and I said, is the murderer still alive? And you even had to choke back a chuckle and say, oh, yeah, he's still alive.
Well, that's because there was multiple murderers.
I know, but that's the pointlessness of the show. It's just
because it tied
so
together
silly.
at the end.
Like, I used to do murder mysteries for a living, and I learned one or two things about when you do a mystery, and that is you don't want to send too many red herrings or MacGuffins out there because people will get frustrated and angry. They need to know the facts that they can actually try to solve the crime. Scream Queens did not do that. There was no way you could know who was killing who because every single episode was multiple killings. It was a gore fest for no reason other than they had special effects available to them. I hate that show. Was it picked up? I heard it might be.
Yes,
canceled.
it's got a second season.
There you go. There you go.
That just shows you how wrong you are. It was loved by fans. Jamie Lee Curtis was nominated for several awards for her role in that. So,
Horror awards.
No, the Golden Globes. She was up for. Yes.
No.
Yes, she was. Look
Is that
into
true?
it.
Because I can't.
Yes.
I can't.
No, she was up for the Golden Globes because they considered it a mini series, like they do American Horror Story. And she was up for a Golden Globe. She was up for like a SAG award. Yeah, there was because you have to watch it. It's one of those you have to watch it in its entirety to get it. It's one of those films.
I do like Jamie Lee Curtis, and I've always have liked her.
Oh,
but,
she was fantastic in it.
She's a fantastic actress, but in this, it seemed like they slapped her into a comedy role that she's not necessarily comfortable in.
No, she got real comfortable.
It feels like she doesn't want to be in it anymore, and she just wants to get out.
No,
Emma Roberts, who I think is attractive, and she was in one of the American Horror Stories, right? She is just absolutely horrible as an actress in this. I think she's blank-faced and talentless. That's what I think of her. So, sorry, I just didn't like it, and
it's okay. Don't. It's okay. You're entitled to.
You know what? We have a fair trade-off with Fear the Walking Dead and Scream.
Yeah.
Are you done with TV?
No, I have one more TV left.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Now we're probably going to get angry.
Well, maybe. All right. This one, I know it's going to come out of the blue probably for you, but we've talked about it. I'm going with True Detective Season 2.
Oh, man, I wish you wouldn't have said that.
Sucks so bad. And you and I know we have similar friends who we've talked about, and they even said how much they hated it. And it is
it's also on many people's lists as being bad, but you know what? I just purchased season 2, and I've watched the first episode, and I liked the first episode.
Right,
and I think I'm going to like it all the way to the end, as you mentioned.
No, you're not, because you know what? I'm going to tell you something.
Don't ruin it for me.
No, it's not a who, what, when, where, or how. I'm not going to tell you who, what, but there's a scene where a character does the whole... gets in a car, drives 20 blocks in one direction, crashes the car, gets on a horse, rides off the horse in a different direction into the desert, and then, gets in a rocket ship and goes to the moon, and then from there he gets on a space shuttle and goes to Venus, and then when he lands on Venus, he opens up the door, and somehow the bad guy beat him there, and he shoots him. There is literally a scene just like that, and it's like, how the hell did that just happen? Because there's no way that it could have happened, and it does. And they do that, and it's so cliche.
A lot of inconsistencies.
Yeah, there's a lot of inconsistencies, and here's the thing, is the storyline, when you look at the whole thing, especially at the end, sucks! It's really stupid. And I think they were trying to pay homage almost to Chinatown with what the underlining storyline is. And it's really...
Well, you have a situation with True Detective, just like you do with Fear Walking Dead. The predecessor was so good. You agree that the first True Detective was some of the best TV ever, right?
And and here's the thing. I didn't mind Colin Farrell. I kind of hate him,
so far he's doing a good job.
And Vince Vaughn blew me away in it. I loved him. I loved his character. But just the way they end it and the way they do everything, it's like very hurried and wrapped up. It's like they didn't have an ending planned. And on the day of shooting, they went, oh shit, we need an ending, is what they did. And so that it really ruined it. The last couple episodes get really kind of stupid, and you're like, really? Why is this really? Why is this happening? And so, yeah, but yeah, it made my list.
They said the same thing about Lost, and I'm one of the few people that actually liked the ending to Lost, so maybe I'll like the ending to this.
I doubt you will.
I probably won't either, but anyways.
All
so we could safely say that you should stay away from those. The only one that I might slightly disagree with you is Fear the Walking Dead. In fact, I'll say, if you've not seen The Walking Dead, stay away from Fear the Walking Dead. See Walking Dead instead. But I still like it as a TV show. So that's my only quirk with you. All right, on the movies, right?
Yep, movies. What you got
and
there?
We're running out of time. Boy, we spent a lot of time on TV, so let's do movies quickly. Minions. Hate it. Sucks.
Did you see it?
Stupid. It's dumb. This is why it's dumb. It is a marketing nightmare. It is purposely created to sell your children little yellow amorphous blobs. These little yellow amorphous blobs can be dressed and put into anything that you would like. Cars and planes and homes and video games and on your shirts and on your t-shirts. And they can be memes so that people that I know, not very smart people, put the memes up where the minions are saying, "Have a nice day. Boy, do I need my coffee."
I don't do that. I don't do that.
You don't. No, but there's people in this audience that knows who I'm talking about. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anyways, the fact is, we don't need a marketing sensation like the Minions. It's all been formulated to do that. I did not see the original two films.
You're an idiot.
What are they called?
Despicable Me.
Despicable Me, right. I did not see those. It looked gimmicky, and I said to the people around me, watch, this is going to be one of those gimmicky movies that are going to just sell toys for Christmas.
Wow.
And, of course, that's exactly what it became.
Wow. What's funny is I'm going to use your own words.
All right, listen,
I'm going to use your own words against you in a minute. What,
about marketing?
Yep, go ahead.
Yeah,
finish.
Every show that makes a lot of money is going to market. But I'm just saying the whole purpose of this movie was to market, because it's nothing but fart jokes and stupid, quasi. It's enough quasi adult stuff that adults go to see it, but it's mostly kids that are going to see it, and I don't even know if teenagers go to see this stuff, but we don't need these kind of things. There's better subjects to be making animated films about.
Okay.
So I give it a 0 on a scale of 1 to 5. Don't see it. It's a waste of time.
Okay. All right. So my first movie pick is Jurassic World.
To say, but I'm not going to say it. Bullshit.
Anyways, as I was saying,
you liked Minions, right? You liked it.
I love it. I
love it. Do you have a hat with a Minion on it?
No.
Do you have a cup with a Minion on it?
I have a Minion water bottle, yes.
There you are, you rat bastard sellout freak.
Okay, so anyways, can I talk now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. My first pick is Jurassic World. I thought I thought it was a pointless waste of time. I thought it was a gimmick just to slap the Jurassic Park logo on shit and sell it. To put dinosaurs so they can take all the unsold dinosaurs that they had from Lost World and everything else and repackage them and put them back out as Jurassic World crap. And you know what? I hated the film. I thought it was stupid. I didn't think there was a storyline. I thought Chris Pratt sucked in it. I can't stand Ron Howard's daughter. I wish she would die.
Don't
I'm not talking
say those kind of things.
No, I'm not even talking about it in the movie. I wish she would just fall down a flight of steps. But yeah, no, I thought it was really. It is. It's, they say Star Wars, the new Star Wars is a remake of the first Star Wars. This is a remake of Jurassic Park.
Oh, it is.
And that's all it is. And it was so cliched, and it was so stupid. And I don't understand why people flocked to the theaters to see it. I don't understand how people could be that stupid. Would you say that it was better than the last two Jurassic Parks? No, because I actually like the third Jurassic Park film with Sam Neill. I really do, because I'm a big Sam Neill fan.
I'm a big Chris Pratt fan, and I loved Chris Pratt Pratt.
I like Chris Pratt, but I thought he was wasted. He was completely wasted. And I just thought the whole thing
You mean his talent was wasted? He personally wasn't wasted.
Right, his talent was wasted in this film.
Right.
But yeah, no. But no, that's one of my picks. Stay away from it. I mean, if it's on free one day on HBO, watch it.
I think the new generation of kids out there, and we're talking, the 10, 11, 12-year-olds would enjoy it because they probably aren't aware of the books or maybe even saw the first few movies. So they would enjoy it, and in fact they do, because it is a marketing scheme. You're right; they did sell tons and tons of toys, but why not? If you were 10 years old, you would have loved that movie, Lionheart.
You know what? We had films like that when I was 10 years old. Okay, they were called Ray Harryhausen films, and they were much better.
No, wait, weren't they silent movies?
Shut up! You're older than I am, you bastard.
I think you're going to agree with this pick. I think that one of the horrible turkeys of 2015 was Fantastic Four.
I never made it all the way through.
And the problem with Fantastic Four, and I said this when I first saw the trailer, why? It does not need to be made. There is no reason other than maybe we can milk this for some more dollars, because the first Fantastic Fours I thought were okay movies. They weren't the best movies, but they were okay. They were fun to watch, and for that day, the technology and the special effects and all, it was pretty cool. Plus, Jessica Alba. Need I say anything more?
No.
Who can beat that? But anyway, the point is they weren't that bad, and they could have made a third movie with that same cast and come up with a brand new storyline instead of an Origins, instead of casting a bunch of relatively unknowns into another origin film. And there's just no plot to this story. There's no, why and what were they thinking? If Marvel and DC are trying to compete, well, guess who won on this one? Because it is the number. Well, let me tell you, it is the number one worst movie on no less than 12 critics' webpage right now. I'm not talking in the top 10, Lionheart. I'm talking the number one worst movie.
I'm not defending the film, but don't call it a Marvel movie. Marvel Studios, who's been making Thor and all those, do not own the rights to Fantastic Four. Fox does. This is a Fox project. Marvel has nothing to do with it. Marvel was actually fighting them to even put the film out, trying to stop them. So, it has nothing to do with Marvel. Don't. Yeah.
Normally, I go and I'll purchase a DVD, whether I've seen it or not. A movie that, whether I've seen it or not, if it has to do with science fiction or superheroes or whatever, I'm a big fan of that. So I like to collect those and add them to my collection. I had this one in my hand and I just couldn't bring myself to buy it, and I put it down, and I probably will never own it. So it's just a horrible film. I mean, go see the other two. They're better. They're actually better than this latest pile of crap. Your turn.
Yeah. All right, I got an odd one listed, but it's becoming a cult film, and I don't understand. It's called Bone Tomahawk. So, anyways, my next pick it's getting a lot of cult following, but I hated it, and I usually like films like this. And it's called Bone Tomahawk. The problem with this film is it has a great cast that a lot of people are going to be drawn to. It's got Kurt Russell, Patrick Wilson, Matthew Fox, Richard Jenkins, David Arquette. But it was horrible. It was this...
I did see it on a few lists, and I was surprised because I don't remember seeing it advertised.
It was one of those. It was a sleeper hit, and basically what it is Patrick Wilson's wife gets kidnapped by cannibalistic Indians, and it's everybody else walking across the desert to find her and rescue her. But it's just so there's no action, and when there is action, it's quick, and then it's done with. And the film, it sucked, and it had such great potential. And there's a horrible scene where a guy gets cut in half by being turned upside down, and they start chopping into his nards, and they rip him apart. And there was senseless violence coming from me. There's senseless violence in a film. That tells you how bad it is.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
So if you see it in your multiplex to rent or in a red box, or stay away from it. I mean, it looks like it's got a great cast. It looks like it's going to be good. I can't even go into detail how bad it is. I almost wanted to hit fast forward at times, and I usually don't do that. So, no. Stay definitely far away from Bone Tomahawk from this year. It's considered a Western. What?
Is this your second review tonight?
Second.
Or
yes.
Your second? All right, good.
Yes.
All right, so I'm on my last one. That's fine.
Are you not taking those memory pills anymore?
I stopped because they make me remember people like you.
Oh, okay. Go on.
All right, so my last one, and this worst of 2015 wouldn't be complete if I didn't include Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Which, by the way, I don't really need to review it as a bad movie because I'm pretty sure you're all smart enough to know that it's a bad movie. And perhaps it was made to be a bad movie, but there are movies that are made to be bad movies, like Sharknado, that you watch because they're so bad. They're fun, right? I think the Paul Blart movies are just sad. And I think they're sad for one main reason, and that's the main character played by Kevin James. I loved Kevin James back in the day. I thought The King of Queens was funny, but Kevin James was best doing stand-up comedy. His stand-up comedy will make you cry from laughter. I mean, he's that funny. And he probably should have stayed a stand-up comedian, because then he started getting involved in movies, and almost every one of them suck. The first Mall Cop movie was just hideous. I mean, it was just bad on so many levels. It was trying to be funny, and it wasn't. It was trying to be serious, and it wasn't. And so when you're missing those two elements, you don't have much left. The inconsistencies, I remember somebody edited together a reel of inconsistencies and faux pas in that first movie, and they'll probably do it for the second as well. And it was like 20 minutes long. I mean, it was just footage after footage of things that just didn't make sense, logistically speaking, of, camera angles and people holding cups one scene and not in the next scene, and different color clothing and hair that's been combed differently, all in the same scene, whatever. It was just a mess. And this is the same. I mean, this joke is not funny anymore. We know that mall cops you can't take them very serious. We know that he's a big, chubby, bumbling idiot. We know all of the jokes before they happen. Is there going to be a fart joke? Probably. Is there going to be a burp joke? Probably. Is some pretty girl going to love him because he's just a kind teddy bear? Probably. This is all predictable garbage, and I wish that he would get out of these films and just do something, get a good script or a good director, because I think it's in him. I think he can be a comedic actor, but not in this kind of stuff. Not this pseudo slapstick romance comedy crap. It's just horrid. Don't waste your money. You don't need me to tell you. It's got a 4 on IMDb. It's got a huge, horrible rating in Rotten Tomatoes. Even he joked about it on The Tonight Show, saying that, well, it's probably going to be bad. Well, if all of that is happening, then that means it's bad. If it smells like what's the expression? If it smells like a rose, it is a rose, or whatever that is. It's just a horrible film. So there you go. Your last movie, sir.
All right, I'm going to get a lot of flack. A lot. This is going to be worse than me doing Fear the Walking Dead. Okay, my worst film, number 1 spot for the year. I screamed at the television as I watched it. I wanted to gouge my eyes out. And that film... Television? Well, my television is, I'm watching it on Blu-ray. Okay?
Got it.
Okay. My worst, absolute positive worst film of the decade, of this millennia, Ant-Man.
Worse than... Oh, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
You think Ant-Man is worse than Paul Blart?
Yes.
Wow.
I would rather watch both Paul Blart films back to back with a room of flatulent fat men who just ate Taco Bell.
Okay.
All right? Ant-Man was the worst
You have
pile
to
of
explain to
crap.
me why you think Ant-Man
Okay.
is bad, and
Okay.
I want details
no.
because
Okay,
I
give me a
didn't think-
second. Okay,
All
okay,
right.
just give me.
Just so you know, I
No.
liked Ant-Man. I didn't love it. I
Okay.
liked it.
Here's the thing. Number one, Paul Rudd, overrated. Can't stand him. He's one of those assholes who thinks he's funny by doing the smallest little thing. And I think he was completely wrong in the casting. Okay, that's my first thing. The second thing is they shouldn't have done Ant-Man, quote, version 2. They should have stayed with Hank Pym, the Michael Douglas character. They should have gone with younger Ant-Man instead of the second Ant-Man in the series.
Michael Douglas
was-
probably couldn't have carried that movie.
Well, no. I'm talking
he's-
about younger
he's-
character and do Hank Pym instead of doing the Paul
Oh, I
Rudd
thought
character.
you meant. Oh, I thought you meant.
No.
him as an older man. Okay.
No. Number 2, you want to talk about cliches? Let's talk about the cliched roommates. The Mexican guy going, yay! We're gonna rob somebody! Let's go do this! And the Russian guy and the token black guy as his 3 little cohorts who end up being better than they are and helping him at the end, and just the fact that he goes to his daughter's birthday. How cliched is this? He goes to his daughter's birthday and his wife is getting married to who? The cop that put him away, who can't stand him, and they can't stand each other. Come on! It was stupid!
You do know the reason why they introduced Ant-Man and in a movie, an Origins movie, right?
Oh no, I understand it. It's
He's
because
going to
most
join. He's going to join.
he's going to join the
universe.
Avengers.
Right.
Right.
He's going to join in. He's going to be
And
kind of an on
I
again, off
understand
again
that.
background character that more people are going to like now because they
But
know him.
here's
through
the
this
thing.
film.
No.
Otherwise, Who's going to buy Ant-Man when he just appears in a ensemble film?
Right,
No
but
one.
the thing is they're doing Ant-Man and Wasp. A second film's coming. And I don't think it's necessary. He's going to be in Captain America Civil War. But I just think the whole film was just so stupid. The villain, that idiot, a horrible actor, horrible villain. There was no... I mean, the whole film is him doing the origin story, which I understand and I get, but it was just done so stupidly. Cannot stand Paul Rudd. I think he's a I mean, he just thinks so highly of himself. He's one
I
of
don't
those
know. I
actors.
disagree with you about Paul Rudd because I did see him interviewed on The Tonight Show, and he was a very humble, very nice, and extremely funny fellow. In fact, he played a game with Jimmy Fallon. They did the one of the first karaoke things, and he killed. He was funny. I mean, he made us laugh. Paul Rudd did. I'm talking about.
Can I ask a favor for future episodes? Can your go-to stop being The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon?
No.
Because I could.
You know why?
I could say. Because it's good and it's funny and that's fine, but your go-to everything shouldn't be Jimmy Fallon. But anyways,
Listen
let me
to
get
me.
back to the. Okay.
No. You insult me, so I'm going to retort. The point is, you dumbass should be watching Jimmy Fallon. If not him, you should watch Jimmy Kimmel or any of the other talk shows on. Why? Because that's where the actors go that we review. The movies that they're in, they're actually there promoting those movies. You see clips of the movies. You hear the background stories of why they were in the movies and who they're working with and who they like and what's good about these films.
Why do I need to watch and sit through Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon or any of the Jimmys that are out there when I can do the same exact thing by reading a short little paragraph online and watching a clip?
I do both, my friend. I do both, and maybe you should.
But here's the thing. What's going to make me like Ant-Man more? Seeing the film or reading an article or watching Jimmy Fallon and see Paul Rudd do a rap battle with this idiot and dance around on the
you're
stage.
judging Paul Rudd by what? His performance in a movie?
No, I've seen him in other things, other films, other films.
But you've
Wet Hot
seen
American
Paul Rudd.
Summer.
You're only seeing characters.
No.
The guy. Then
No.
know.
I saw. I saw interviews for Ant-Man. They were online, and it's just the way he talks. I am Ant-Man, and I got in shape, and I've got rock hard abs, and every woman wants to sleep with me now, and I'm so great. And I'm Paul. He is just. He did the same exact thing when he was on Friends. And granted, I never watched Friends, but when he was on Friends, that's when we still had David Letterman and all those, and I watched that because that was decent TV back then.
All right. The only reason you're not watching late night talk shows is because you have to get up early. So don't bullshit me there. It's not that you don't like them.
No,
you don't want
you know
to.
what? I could set a DVR if I wanted to, and I set plenty of DVRs, tape things throughout the night. I just think Jimmy Kimmel, he should have been one of my worst things for the year. Same with Jimmy Fallon. They're crap.
Yeah, okay. That's why they're the number one rated shows, right?
Because of stupid people and high school kids sitting there playing drinking games to them.
I see.
Yes. Am I pissing you off enough now?
At this point, I am not going to bail you out of hate mail, right?
You know what? I don't care. Bring it.
Just so you know.
Bring it. I will put my address right here at the bottom of the screen. Here's my P.O. box. Here's my email address. Send it. Bring it. You tell me why you think Paul Rudd and these other idiots are good.
I didn't say they were good. Okay,
I'm not talking about.
You're harshly critiquing a person's personality based on movie performances and not as a real human in real life.
You know what? I saw him plenty of times when he was on Craig Ferguson. I watched Craig Ferguson. I saw him plenty of times on there, and you know what? Every time he came on, I thought he was.
Why aren't you watching James Corden when in fact you are James Corden?
Okay.
You guys act alike, look alike even a little bit, and talk exactly. The people out in this audience will verify that you do behave like James Corden.
Okay, that's fine.
Who replaced, apparently, a show you did watch. So
Right.
All I'm saying, if you want to learn about Hollywood, you gotta watch where the Hollywood stars are, and those are the.
Yeah, I watch TMZ. Okay, that's all I need.
Oh yeah, because that's really reliable.
It tells me where Caitlyn Jenner's at and where not to go. That's all I need to know, okay?
I was going to say, that isn't TMZ pretty much the Kardashian show now?
Yeah, they tell you where not to go. The Kardashians have been seen in this coffee shop. Do not go near this coffee shop.
All right.
And actually, excuse me, I should correct myself. It's not Caitlyn Jenner. It's Bruce Jenner. Why? Because he has a penis.
All right, knock it off. Now you're really going to get hate mail. So good luck.
I don't care.
All right,
I don't care.
It's interesting that we are arguing more vehemently about our dislikes than we did about our likes for 2015, and I don't know why that is. Maybe we're just in a negative mood criticizing this shit that we have to talk about, right?
Oh my god! Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, you take your blood pressure medicine, and
I don't need blood pressure medicine anymore. I'm fine. I found new. I have new happiness. I don't even have whiskey anymore.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah, no, I don't. If I could take a picture right now, there's a Pepsi sitting in front of me.
Well, because that's healthy.
Pepsi made with real sugar.
All
Down
right.
home in American.
What's wrong
Pepsi.
with you?
Heartland
Pepsi's
of
not our
America.
sponsor. Stop plugging them.
Maybe they will be.
And Pepsi, if you are listening for some unknown reason, please send us cash. Because, man, I would really hire a professional co-host.
Look at my lovely Rolex I'm wearing and how great accurate time it keeps.
Shut up. Let's get out of here.
Where are we going? Are we going to dinner?
Anywhere that doesn't include your presence.
But you said you were taking me to dinner.
No, I never said that.
Yes, you did. You said I could have a Happy Meal.
Oh, I was going to go to dinner with Jimmy Fallon.
That's right. You said it would be a Happy Meal if I wasn't there. That's right.
Yeah, something like
bastard.
All right, then, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed that horribleness as we suffer for your entertainment and just completely rip ourselves apart.
How can they suffer? They can't smell your breath.
Neither can you. This is a virtual world, you dumbass. But anyways, I think that you need to apologize to a few people, or you'll be hated, and I can understand why.
I don't care. I don't care.
Anyways, thank you for joining us. Next show will not be this angry. So I don't know, maybe it will. But anyways, if you want to come into Second Life and watch us live, you're welcome to, because then you can leave comments in local, like our local audience has been doing, and we do read those, and that was fun. So thank you for leaving your comments. Also, you can see us on Hitbox. We stream it live. I don't think there's any interaction there, but you certainly can watch it live, and that means all the edited out parts. And if you want to see the show with edited out parts, but we add cool graphics, then go to the YouTube channel, Angry and Ornery, and watch us there. Tell your friends, and we'll stick around for a while. Why? I don't know, but we will do what we can. So, anyways,
you know
good
what's
night,
really great?
everybody. What?
You're not tying your shoe. I had to point that out for somebody. That's all.
I will also point out that you walk through the table and off the stage, and this is like our 150th episode.
I don't care.
Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.